Can you say Texas? That's where I'm at. Alright, it's a little bit after 7 and today was a interesting day. I picked up this load yesterday evening and it's 2 coils of aluminum. Had to be tarped. So I've got all my crissy-crossy straps and my trip strap, which is this one right here on the back, and this one right here on the front. I am in small town Texas. I don't even know. The hazard of driving in this state is it's big. So in order to get places, you travel US highways and not interstates. And of anything that makes me wide awake and contemplate life and parking more than any other state, it's Texas. My plan was to go to this, I guess it was a truck stop, about 30 minutes down that way, and that's the direction south for my delivery. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, so if I do, I apologize. What a day. Today was just a driving day, and I would have got closer, I think, to the delivery point, except that there's a lot of stuff going on. So last night I stayed the night at a truck stop on I-40 next to the Loretta Lynn kitchen. So, and I didn't realize that I got off the highway and was getting ready to pull into the truck stop, and off in the distance there's the Loretta Lynn kitchen, which I had been to before with my trainer, and I was like, wow, what a coincidence. I'm at a truck stop I've been to before in my short duration as a truck driver in the middle of Tennessee. And stayed the night there and left the next morning. And I was going to travel on I-40 all the way through Little Rock on I-40, and then I started coming down on 40, I want to say 43 or 49, I can't remember. I'm now on Texas Highway 59 and looking for places to sleep on these back highways. You know, there's sporadic parking, but it's not like well advertised on GPS, my GPS anyway. In fact, I wasn't even planning on stopping here. As I was coming through that intersection right there, heading this way, and let me see. Here I am in a gravel lot next to a Whataburger and a Shell station, and I saw these other trucks, and I'm like, hey, I've got an hour left on my clock. I'm just parking now, because I don't want to get within a half an hour of my clock running out trying to find parking. So anyway, so here's how the story goes. I was traveling down I-40, and in front of me there was a truck. As is often the case when traveling on the interstate, I see a lot of trucks. Well, this one, I won't mention the company, but it was being passed by another vehicle, another truck. And oftentimes you witness these trucks get buffeted by the wind. Initially, that's what I thought that's what happened, until the truck decided to just drive straight off the highway into the ditch and up the other side. So I mean, it was they designed the highways well, because I mean, if that was a bridge over a river, that guy would have been dead. I mean, it was the truck right in front of me, and I'm like, I look at my forward-facing camera, and I didn't have it on. Otherwise, you'd see it in this video. I mean, it was so surrealistic. It was so surreal that... Anyway, I pulled over, and so did like 5 other trucks that were with us, or that were in that same area, to see if this guy was all right. Because I mean, the truck just it drove down the ditch and up on the other side and stopped. And doing that at 65 miles an hour, he left some tracks. And anyway, we got out, and everybody was running back there to make sure this guy was okay, to find out what the deal was, because he just left the road. And before we can get to him, he was stepping out of his truck, and he was, I think he was embarrassed. And there were a bunch of other truck drivers there. I didn't feel the need to go talk with him, but I did what was required while I was there. Once the scene was secure, I went about my day. So that was the first exciting thing that happened today. The second thing was I was traveling down I-40, and I got a message on my Qualcomm that said, "Hey, stop in at the North Little Rock yard, because I got a new fleet manager." So I did that, and pulled in there, and I was like, oh, all right, it's about time I take my 30-minute break anyway, so this works out perfect. Well, like 2.5, almost 3 hours later, I got back on the road. But while I was stopped, I went inside and met my fleet manager, and she says, "Hey, you need to do a random." And I'm like, hey, this sounds like the military. Random drug screening, sweet. And so I got my paperwork, and they send us off-site to a facility, Concentra, you know, just a regular medical place, so it's not affiliated with Maverick at all. So I guess they can make sure it says, I'm not sure what the word is I'm looking for. Legitimate doesn't seem like the right word. Official. So it didn't seem like there was any interference or anything going on with the company. So anyway, it took a while to take care of that, because they have these at Maverick, they have at most of the yards, they have vehicles that you can use. Well, they were both checked out, and I sat there for like, I don't know, half an hour, talked to my fleet manager, and a busy road. Talked to my fleet manager and let her know that, hey, I don't know if this is time sensitive or nothing, because she told me it was, I had to take care of it within an hour. And she ended up getting me another car to take, and so I went and took care of that, came back to the truck, went inside, met a few other folks. I was trying to go talk to an individual, but they were at lunch. And I needed to keep going. So I got in my truck and headed on down the road, got fuel, and it seems like there's something else I wanted to talk about, but I was thinking about writing all this stuff down so I can cover everything, but hey, what the heck. This is Tuesday. I deliver this load behind me tomorrow, and it's not an exact time appointment, so you know, I'll leave here in the morning and drive there and deliver fine and see what's going to get me out of Texas, because Texas can be difficult to get out of on my previous experiences. So anyway, that's it for today, because that's all I could think of. It was interesting. I mean, you provide I mean, what are the odds that you gotta do a random drug screen right after you witness a truck driving off the road? I was upset at myself that my camera was not rolling and not on. But I guess I, on occasion, fail to remember to turn the power on, which doesn't do me any good, huh? Oh well. It's 81 degrees here. My air conditioning is blowing out frosty cold air. I'm gonna sleep well tonight.